This episode of Tekzilla is brought to you by Doritos Mexican Soda.
Dang, a lot of you use dynamic DNS, and a lot of you wrote in. John shot us this email. He says, "Dear Tekzilla, I was shocked to hear that DynDNS no longer offers free service because I use their free service. After some checking, however, I found out that it only applies to new users. From their website, we have grandfathered 4 million existing users whose accounts will not be affected. Good news if you already have an account, although it won't help any new users. I just have to make sure I log in at least once every 30 days, but my router takes care of that for me. Love the show and keep up the great work. John in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin?"
Apparently it's...
Wait, no, it's WI. I always screw up the state initials.
Wisconsin.
Are you sure?
Trust me.
Okay, Wisconsin.
Steve's got a hack for getting free DynDNS. He says they make it look like it isn't free and hope you'll pay for the full version. Basically, you'll have to do a free trial or pay version, complete with credit card info for auto billing, and then cancel, and you'll be limited to a single dynamic address. You got to log in once every 30 days. I believe if you have a computer running their update client, it keeps it alive, and you don't have to visit their website directly. Steve in Naples, Florida. Michael has more on that 30-day update on DynDNS. If you take a look at the DynDNS.com free versus VIP page, it says they don't make it easy. They even have the stipulation that your host name changes every 30 days, which makes the free services kind of inconvenient. He also suggests wiki.openwrt/ you know what, go to the show notes to find this. It's a good reference. The OpenWrt Wireless Freedom website is a good reference for free dynamic DNS sites, located down in the section marked requirements. There's also listed another extensive list is listed at the bottom of the page.
And Jonas writes, on the last episode, someone asked about dynamic DNS. I use Afraid.org's free DNS service. They also support dynamic IPs, and you can use your own domain to target your home router, which is awesome. Jonas in Tacloban City in the Philippines.
Alex adds, just thought I'd mention Namecheap. They offer free dynamic DNS hosting as part of their free DNS service if you already own a domain. Jack has more on Namecheap. He says, provided you change your domain's name service to namecheap.com, you don't need to register your domain with them. They'll offer you complete control over all your records as well as the ability to make any subdomain point to your home IP address. And it's all free, says Jack, who's a Bachelor of Computer Science student at the University of Waterloo. Ooh. We also got emails recommending DNSdynamic.org, thank you, John, and no-ip.com, thank you, Christian. Now, Andrew has what is probably my favoriteest and most simple answer of everything anybody nailed.
Which is the best kind.
This is awesome. He says, when I switched from DSL to cable, I found my IP number rarely changes. As long as I wrote it down before going away, I was mostly safe to VPN in, but again, no servers were allowed. Cheers, Andrew R. Andrew R. actually had a DSL account with a static IP,
right.
And his DSL provider, I guess, went crazy on him for running a server on it because that is verboten in his contract. Verboten. So then he went to cable and he didn't have a dynamic, or he has a dynamic IP address, but apparently it don't change that often. We got some really interesting dynamic DNS project ideas. We'll have more on those in the future. Thank everybody for emailing in. By the way, if you got a question, you got an answer, you got a tip, you got a trick, something you want to share with the audience, do us a favor. Email us, tekzilla@revision3.com, or you can tweet us.
Yeah, at Tekzilla. Yes, and I am turbo impressed by all of your recommendations. Hey, we've got more Tekzilla coming right up, but before we do that, it's time to thank one of our sponsors.
Doritos is not from here. It's from Mexico. And there's a great new website at Doritos.com. This is exactly how not from here they are. And Doritos are sponsors. They asked Tekzilla to find the weirdest, most not from here products we could from CES. Now, Doritos, it's kind of like what soda used to be like. Glass bottles you need an opener for, kind of hard to find, hard to open, but great to drink. Now, a bottle opener built into an iPhone case? Well, head case's iPhone opener, hardly the weirdest thing we saw at CES. Flucard Pro? I'll give it the worst name of 2012, but a Wi-Fi SD memory card just isn't that weird. Silentium, silence in a chip, that's getting odd, but for flat out weird, I'm kind of torn between Behringer's 10,000 watt iNuke Boom iPod dock, looks normal, until you realize it's a 700-pound mini car size $30,000 iPod dock that Behringer assures us is for real. but not nearly as weird as the smallest, greenest, most convenient people mover ever invented, the Solo Wheel. This is all from their press brochure. I didn't make this up. A motorized, gyro-stabilized unicycle thing that some CES press ran straight into a parked car, despite the Solo Wheel having training wheels on it. Let me tell you something. You are never going to need training wheels for Jarritos. No matter how weird flavors like tamarindo or guayaba or fresa might sound, they're just tamarind, guava, and strawberry. They got cola, mandarin orange, and Torona. That's grapefruit and a whole bunch more. 11 exotic flavors of Jarritos sourced from various regions in Mexico and infinite ways in which you can open them, including using an iPhone case. Check out Jarritos.com to learn more.